Okay, I'll just start. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I would like to welcome all of you to 289 meeting of Speakers Done Toastmaster Club. My name is Toastmaster Lalita and I'll be the sergeant at arms in today's meeting. To officially start the meeting, I want to remind everyone that this meeting will be recorded. Some parts of the meeting may also be used for the promotional material later. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules that we'll follow during the course of this meeting. First, please put yourself on mute when you're not speaking. Second, don't interrupt while someone is speaking. If you have to move during the meeting, please turn off your camera. Third, please be mindful from addressing sex, religion, and politics during the meeting. Fourth, be attentive throughout the meeting. Support and encourage the fellow speakers by turning on your camera and warm smiles and claps. Use Zoom reaction buttons to express yourselves during the meeting. As you are aware, everyone has a mission in life. Similarly, our Toastmaster has a mission. Our Toastmaster mission is to provide mutually supportive environment so that each member of our club can develop their leadership and communication skills, which will help to boost their self-confidence and personal growth. Now, every meeting has a theme, and today's theme is very interesting: expectation. Follow the trails of your dreams, not the highway of others' expectation. Now, let me welcome our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Savik. Savik is a final year engineering student, also a member of an NGO known as Fly Higher India, an NCC C certificate holder, and a part-time chef at house. Savik loves socializing and have interest in traveling. Savik believes that things which does not kill you makes you stronger. Over to you, Toastmaster Savik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita, for underlying the ground rules, which will help us to conduct the meeting in a smooth manner. So I'd like to open that meeting number 289 open. So for all the first timers, I'd like to give a brief history about what Toastmaster really is. So Toastmaster International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through worldwide networks of clubs. The organization grew out of a single club founded by Raphael C. Smedley on October 22, 1924. So it's approximately 100-year-old club. Currently, the organization membership exceeds 3 lakh in more than 15,800 clubs in 149 countries. Since 1924, Toastmaster International has helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. And let me tell you also that if you are someone who is looking to improve your public speaking, yes, you'll be able to do that. But apart from that, Toastmaster International also has so many other things to offer. For example, you'll be improving your leadership skills. You'll be having a great network. You'll be finding a mentor. Also, you'll be having this opportunity to mentor other people and many other things. I can see a lot of guests today. So can I request few guests to come up and give their introduction? Guest Tejas, would you like to come first and just introduce yourself?
Yes, hi everyone. So I'm currently working in 22 Feet, Bangalore, and this is my first stint with Bangalore office. I have last decade I work in multiple agencies in Mumbai, advertising agencies like Ogilvy, TBWA, Dentsu, and so this is the first time I came to Bangalore and exploring new city, and yeah, we're working with 22 Feet as a associate creative director. I'm leading one design team, and 22 Feet is a fully digital agency part of DDB Mudra Group. So yeah, and I'm ex JJ School of Art student. So yeah, that's my introduction.
Thank you so much for your introduction. Hope you to see every meeting. And can I request next Annie to come forward and give a small introduction?
Hi everyone. I am Annie and I belong to the city, Jammu city, and I am currently pursuing my PhD in economics from Jammu University itself. And I have done my master's in economics from Punjab University, Chandigarh. And I want to use this platform to develop my public speaking and develop leaderships within me, as my journey has been completely academic and I could not give myself this platform to develop public speaking. So I want to use this as an opportunity to develop myself as well as build up a strong network. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, and I'm sure you will be able to be a good communicator as well as a good leader. So now can I request guest Ashia to introduce herself?
Hi everyone, I'm Asya. I'm from currently I'm working in Wipro Technologies. So I came to Bangalore in March. So just to explore the new city. So like from childhood, I'm been in Hyderabad. So I just want to explore some new side. So that's why I just landed here. And I have been a part of Toastmasters somewhere 3 years back, and I lost the connect. And then again, I want to be here to develop my skills in public speaking. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashia, for the introduction. Can I request any other guest? I am not able to see. If anyone is a guest and come forward, please share your introduction. So, okay, let's move to the first segment, which is the prepared speeches. And for that, we have the T-Mod of today. It's up to you, Toastmaster of the day, Simi Agarwal.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to serve as the Toastmaster of the day. Before introducing the theme of the day, let me explain the agenda of the meeting to our guests of the day. Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. First one being the prepared speeches section. Second is the table topic session. And third, last one is the evaluation or the feedback session. Now, I'd love to call our role players to introduce themselves. I'd like to call upon our general evaluator to give a brief introduction of the tag team. He is a management consultant by profession. He's a part-time theater artist. He's a part-time theater artist, and he runs his FB page named as Cafe Stories. Put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sankhya. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Simi. A very good morning, dear Toastmasters and our lovely guests. So I will be the general evaluator for the day. Now, as a general evaluator, as you can see, you hear the word evaluators. So that's what I'm going to do, because evaluation is called the breakfast of today's meeting. Okay, so as a general evaluator, I will be evaluating the meeting end to end, which means that from the starting, how the meeting started and what are the various roles that we have taken, how good it went or what could have been improved upon. So at the end, I will be presenting myself with the report, but to help me with, I have a team of TAG, which is called the timer, our counter, and the grammarian, which are the 3 musketeers who are going to help me. Now, for that, let us find out what the objective is going to be. So for that, may I request our timer for the day, Toastmaster Sadhana, to please present your role objective.
Yeah. Hi all Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches and evaluators. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow and red card. which denotes specific times remaining. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to this specific speech time. Most other speeches, general speeches, should be between 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. For table topics, should be between 1 to 2 minutes. For 1 minute, I will raise the green card, and for 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For evaluation, for evaluators, it should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be raising green card. At 2.30 seconds, I'll be raising yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I'll be raising red cards. So there'll be a 30-second buffer timing for end of each cards. So yes, that will be the objective. So kindly limit yourself within that time limit. Thank you.
Sadhana, can you also share your Zoom background to show the green, yellow, and red?
Yeah, just a minute. So at 5 minutes, I'll be raising a green card like this. At 5.30 seconds, I'll be raising yellow card.
No,
and at
it
6,
will be.
I'll be raising a red.
There's a small change, small here. At 5 minutes, you will be raising the green card. At 6 minutes, it will be the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, it will be the red card.
Okay. Okay, and for table topics, it will be for 2 minutes, I'll be raising, for 1 minute, I'll be raising the green card, right? And for 1.30 seconds, I'll be raising yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll be raising the red card like this. And for evaluation as well, for 2 minutes, I'll be raising green card. And for next 30 seconds, 2.30 minutes, I'll be raising yellow. And 3 minutes and exceeding, I'll be raising red card.
Sure. Thank you, Sadhana.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we have our someone who is known as popularly as the R counter. Now, what's an R counter? Let's find it out. For that, may I request Toastmaster Venkatesh to please present your role objective as the R counter?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Sanko sir, for warm welcome. Today is my role as a counter. The purpose of the counter is to note words or sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words such as and, well, what, so, and you know. I will also listen for pause fillers such as or. I will also note when a speaker repeats a words or phrases such as I. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker has used these expressions. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Sanko, sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Just one thing, please do not call me sir, because here, like everybody will be calling each other as Toastmaster Shanko. So that is fine, okay? Okay, now next, moving on, we have our grammarian for the day. Now, this is something which I really afraid about the grammar when I was in school time. And but when somebody comes up with a grammarian role, I have a hats up on that. So for that, let us find out what the role is all about. And with that, let me welcome Toastmaster Lalita as the grammarian. You're on mute.
As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is predominantly, which means mostly or mainly. An example of using the word is, she is predominantly a dancer, but she also sings. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Can you also say about the word of the day?
Yeah, it is predominantly. I'll just put it in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. Now we have our three musketeers which are going to help me with my general evaluation report. Now I will be coming back towards the end of the meeting with my report and my team's report. Now back to over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simi.
Thank you so much. Before moving to the prepared speeches section, I'd like to talk something about the today's theme, that is expectations. So it's something like when I'm free, I go to short stories just to read and have some sort of feelings just to realize. Then I came upon this a very is also like in awe how the dog has come up to and he tries to shoot him away, but later on he notices that there is a note in his mouth which reads, "Can I have 12 sausages and a leg of lamb, please?" To this, butcher was also in so much of like how a dog could be come and purchase things and all those things. Later on, what is this? The butcher looks inside his bag and he sees a $10 note there. He takes the money and puts the required items and he uh, share, sends the dog away. Now the butcher is so impressed, and since it was the closing time of his shop, he decides to shut the shop and follow the dog. So off he goes. Then the dog is on the street. When it comes to a level crossing, the dog puts the bag down, jumps and presses the button. Then he waits patiently back in the mount for the lights to turn off. Then it walks across the road with the butcher following him all the way. Yeah. Then the dog stops by the bus stop. Then he starts looking at the various timetable and like he looks here and there, and he has like this really cool way of stopping the bus, and he gets in the bus. So yeah, it's the first part of the story. We continue the story after our prepared speeches section. Now I'd like to call our first speaker of the day, she hails from the city of Bihar. She completed her graduation in chemical engineering from IIT Guwahati, currently working as a product manager in an edtech startup. She likes traveling and reading books in her free time. So everyone, put your hands together to call upon Toastmaster Anushka as the speaker one. Before that, I'd like to call the evaluator of evaluator for speaker one. That is Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek, can you read the evaluation criteria for the speaker one?
Thank you, Toastmaster Simi. So, Toastmaster Anushka, the purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So over to you, Timon Simi.
Yeah. Can we have an audio check, Toastmaster Anushka? Toastmaster Abhishek, can you let us know if she's visible?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
Over to you, Toastmaster Anushka. Gamification and virtual reality are the future of education. Toastmaster Anushka.
Thank you, TMOD Simi. So, good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. Let's take a memory train to go back in our school days. Wait, don't get nostalgic about all the good times that you have spent with your friends. Those are beautiful. But for a moment, let's just focus on how much did you enjoy the learning new things in school? Well, was the focus even on learning or just getting good marks? Well, I believe that the education system before internet era focused very little on making the lessons engaging and interesting for the learners. The education was predominantly limited to school teacher, blackboard, and books. And if a student cannot follow any of these, they did not have any other alternative. But I am glad to see that this has been changing now. And after the internet, people are working on making the lessons more engaging and basically generating the curiosity among learners to study more. And working in this industry for the last 4 years, it has been an immensely satisfying journey. And I can proudly say that we are working towards improving the education system. Now, for example, I hated studying history in school days because the book was so overloaded with facts and data to memorize. I would just sleep whenever I open the textbook. And later, I actually tried to watch the same thing in video, and it was explained in a very engaging storytelling format. And I loved it, and even watched the videos for like hours. This is the impact the good delivery medium can make, from hating a subject to being excited about learning it. Having said that, I'm even more excited about the future of education. The one good thing that came out of pandemic is that people are now working on it. Has accelerated the innovation that is being done in the education system. And the great minds are now working on bringing the cutting edge technologies into making making the learning more innovative and effective. And so one of the great news that I heard in recently is that some educators in Kerala are using augmented reality in their online lessons. Now, if you haven't ever heard of augmented reality, or also known as AR, let me break it down for you. Imagine that your teacher is teaching solar system in class 8. Now, with augmented reality being used in the class, the entire solar system will appear in front of the teacher, and the students can not only just see how the solar system looks, the color of the planets, their relative size, and how it rotates around the sun. So imagine the amount of understanding they have with this interactive classroom compared to the traditional blackboard classrooms. The impact will be huge. And even taking another example of another technology, that is virtual reality. So with virtual reality, you just don't need to read the solar system. You can actually go inside solar system, travel to different planets, and study and explore in detail. Well, just to clarify, you won't exactly go inside the solar system, but the VR experience is designed in such a way that you will feel like that you are inside that. In virtual reality, you can in fact stand beside sun and won't get burned. So this is the level of interaction that we can bring with AR and VR technologies in education. Now, the another great technique that is being used in education is gamification. In our school days, parents used to scold if you are playing game instead of learning. Now imagine you are learning a subject and feel like you are playing a game. How interesting and engaging that would be. I'm sure that would be the wonderful experience for all of us. And with that, I am very confident that AR, VR, and the gamification and other cutting edge technologies are going to be the future of education. Learners will have a great time learning with that in school, and they will have a very detailed understanding of the subject, and the focus will shift from getting just good marks to being more excited about learning new things. And having said that, I would end my note on that, and I hope you learned something interesting today. So over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Anushka, for giving us that was a really wonderful speech. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, I'd like to call upon second speaker. He is a network engineer by profession, loves traveling to historical places and knowing the culture and traditions of those places. We would like to welcome Toastmaster Feroz as our second speaker. Before that, I'd love to call the evaluator, Toastmaster Tanmay. Toastmaster Tanmay, can you read out the evaluation criteria for Toastmaster Feroz?
Thank you, Toastmaster Simi. And first of all, apologies for not being on the camera. I'm currently traveling. Now, coming to the objectives of our target speaker. Our target speaker is today attempting his level 2 project 1 speech from the Pathway team collaboration. And the purpose of the speech is to identify his leadership style, in which he will be sharing some aspect of his or her primary leadership style and would be giving us an idea about the different types of leadership style. I would be evaluating the speaker on ways of clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort, interest, and topic. With this, I wish best of luck to the target speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanmay. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Feroz. Toastmaster Feroz, I am not one. I am not one, Toastmaster Feroz. Toastmaster Feroz, we will first have a audio video check. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Toastmaster Tanmay, are you able to hear and see?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Toastmaster Feroz, I'm able to see you and hear you.
But I can't see the timer. Timer. I want to pin the timer. Please give me 1 second. Where is the timer? Can anyone flash? I don't know.
Toastmaster Sadhna is the timer.
So when you, it will be 5 minutes, I'll be showing green card.
Yeah.
And when it will be 6 minutes of your speech, I'll be showing yellow card. And similarly, at 7 minutes, I'll be showing red cards. So you can go ahead with your speech.
Okay.
Audio check 1, 2, 3. Toastmaster Feroz.
Audio check 1, 2, 3.
Toastmaster Feroz, I am not one. I am not one, Toastmaster Feroz.
Thank you, TMOD, for introducing me to stage. Speakers Den, where leaders are made. So it's clear that leaders are not born. And first, let us see what are the qualities of an ideal leader. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has stated that the ideal leader will having 2 qualities. One is he should know how to manage the failure. And the second one, when you're working in a team, if any failure happens, the leader will take the responsibility of the failure. But when it's success, in the case of success, he will give the entire credit to his team. And first, I will briefly explain what are the different leadership styles according to Toastmasters, and later I will correlate them and how I adopted the different styles and in my life. The first one is autocratic. It can be also called as authoritative leadership. It can be summed up as do as you're told. Then all the power or the decision making will be concentrated at one person or a group. In the decision making is not in the hands of the team members. And coming to the second one, democratic. In this, each and every member of the team and or the subordinates all made to involve in the process, and each and every person opinion is taken while making any decisions. Least fair. In this, no micro management will be there. It's all about empowering your team members, no, not checking each and everything, giving them free hand in your work. But the leader will be available to give his feedback. Transformation leadership style. This style, the leader will be having one great vision. All the team members are light to it. When I'm talking about this, okay, one person comes to my mind is Ratan Tata. The way he take care of his employees, it will make them feel that it's my company, my own work. That sort of bonding will be formed in this type of leadership style. And now coming to my style, how I adopted these skills, this leadership style. And I am the team lead in my company, and new batch joined almost 6 months back. I can truly and totally co-regulate all these things. When I'm taking this assessment, unknowingly, I followed all the leadership styles. At the beginning of the training, I adopted autocratic leadership style. Why? Because they are entirely new to the work, so I was very strict, and they used to work, use their own talent, so that things used to go wrong. So I adopted autocratic leadership skill, and after 2 months, I went with a democratic leadership style. Why? Because they came to know how to work, and I want to involve them into work so that I can get some free time. And almost I not even got the time to give the speech here in to Toastmasters, almost 6 months. So I adopted the democratic leadership skills, and I used to assign the responsibilities to all the members, so they will feel free. If you're giving any responsibility, they will take the things personally, and they used to work. And after 4 months, I taken least fair leadership skill. In this thing, I just used to monitor how the things are going on. No micromanagement was used to that, because I got some free time and I can use this time to upgrade my skills and all. And the last skill is transformational leadership skill. In the periodic meetings with my manager, I need to explain how the things are going on. So here, what I need to do, if anything goes wrong, I need to take this side of my team, and I need to cover the mistakes and all. So I adopted transformation leadership skill. So the conclusion is, I'm not the one person with one leadership skill. What about you? Thank you.
That was really a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Feroz. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, I'd like to continue the story. So once you guys might catch up from here itself. Once he goes to the bus stop, the dog goes to the bus stop. He gets into the bus and he waits. He waits besides the conductors and waits for his stop to come. The butcher, meanwhile, is nearly fainted at this sight, like how a dog could be so genius. Then the dog gets on boards the bus at the desired stop, and also there was a ticket attached to its collar, which really helped him over the bus. Now, when he jumps out of the bus, he runs to the house very close to the stop. It opens the big iron gate and rushes inside towards the door. As it approaches the wooden door, the dog suddenly changes his mind and heads towards the gardens. It goes to the window and beats it against it several times, walks back, jumps off, and waits at the door. Then the butcher watches this big guy opening the door. Then he starts abusing the dog, kicking him and punching him. Then by this, the butcher was so surprised and he runs up and stops the guy. He asks, "What in the heaven's name are you doing?" The dog is a genius. He could be in TV. He could be able to do a lot of things. So which the guy responds, "You call him clever? This is the second time this week that the dog's forgotten his house keys." So how it goes, it's like he is the one, the dog being the one, he's doing all the stuff, buying the groceries and all. Then also there is like about this key, it gets him bitten up. So it's only about the expectation. Somewhat onlookers can notice what you are doing and what you are capable of, and your well-wishers or your bosses and ordinates can't look over all your efforts. Yeah. So moving, hope you like the story. Moving ahead, we continue our next part of the today's session. I'll He is a final year engineering student, also a member of an NGO known as Fly Higher India. He is an NCC certificate holder and a part-time chef at home. Souvik loves socializing and have interest in traveling. Souvik believes that things which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Over to you, Toastmaster Souvik.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Simi Agrawal, for such a wonderful introduction. Before I start with the table topic session, I would request everyone to switch on their camera. So what is table topic session? So table topic session is kind of an impromptu session where the table topic master, which is me for today, will be giving you a topic, and you will be having around say 5 to 10 seconds to think about the topic and give your ideas. You have to speak for minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. So let's start the table topic session. I'd also request everyone to come forward and take the topics. The topics are very simple. So any volunteers would like to come first? Toastmaster Dhuman, we have not heard you from a long time. Can you come first and take the topic?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Okay, choose any number between 1 to 14.
12.
Just a minute, I'll share my screen. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
So your topic is any memorable birthday experience from childhood which you would like to share.
Yeah. When I was a child, every birthday we would have a kind of party. Like my friends would come over, and my parents would organize like a treasure hunt. Like they would hide some gift or something somewhere, and they would put like clues to find a way to get to there. I was very bad at it. Every time, always my friends would find the clues and would reach the next, like the next place, and then finally reach the treasure. One day, with my parents, while my parents were preparing the game, I had watched where did they hide the first clue. My parents were not happy about that. They said, you're going to have an unfair advantage over your friends. But I still did it. And then when the game happened, when the game was happening, in that place, I went there and immediately took it. After the game was over and the party was over, my mother was saying, Dhuman, that's like not so nice what you did. And I said, like, that was the first time I found any of the clues. And then my mother was like very sad and like about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhuman, for sharing your birthday experience. You can invite all of us at your birthday and you can play that game. And I'll make sure that you don't get that clues very easily. Thank you very much. Can I request Annie to come forward and take up a topic?
Sure.
Choose any number from 1 to 14, excluding 12.
5.
Just a minute, I'll share my screen.
Yes. So my topic is, how do you spend most of your free time? It's an interesting question. And I would like to tell that since I belong to this generation where Netflix occupies most of our time, so my most of free time is occupied by TV series and these online platforms. But at the same time, I ensure that I do something productive in my free time as well. So I dedicate some of my free time to reading books as well, and rest of it I prefer to spend it with my family, as I believe this is the most precious time that I'm getting to spend with my family, and I'm one of the few lucky people that I get to stay with my family at this age. So I seek this opportunity to spend most of the time with my family. Rest of my free time is mostly occupied by watching some comedy series or binge watching some interesting suspense thrillers. It's like this. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie, for sharing your experience. The next time I am in dilemma of watching anything on Netflix, I'll definitely contact you.
Sure.
Thank you. Can I request Tejas to come forward and take a topic?
Okay. Hi.
So like choose any number from 1 to 14 except 5 and 12.
Number 4.
Sure, just a minute.
What do you think? Who is more important?
Doctors or engineers?
Doctors or engineers? Okay. I'm from creative field, so okay. Yeah, I feel doctors are more important. The reason behind it is quite personal reason. Because I'm type 1 diabetic. Last 10 years I'm suffering for this disease, and I'm taking insulin and all. So when I have detected type 1 diabetic in when I was 22-year-old. So after that, my life almost like the way looking at life, my everything has been changed, and I'm living for a day. Like it's like the doctor came to me and he told me that you are type 1 diabetic, you have to take insulin thrice in a day. But don't worry, even Wasim Akram, he is also suffering since he was since 17, like he was 17. So he completed his entire career and with this but so doctor is very important in my life, so I feel doctor is very important career, and they are giving hopes to live, and they are guiding you in your life also, in my case.
Thank you, Tejas, for sharing your views. Well, everybody is important, but the doctor has a little bit edge over everyone. They're considered next to God, if not God.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Can I request Chetna to come forward and take a topic?
Yeah, sure.
So choose any number, excluding those number which is already taken.
7.
Yeah, sure. So your topic is last time you made someone laugh.
Yeah, I've my topic is last time you made someone laugh. I remember an incident, 3 years back when I was working for TCS, and one of my juniors, she was just a fresher. Probably she was just 3 months, and when she had to submit a report and everything for the first time, she had done a slight mistake in submitting the report, and my manager, he happened to scold her and shout at her by telling that you cannot afford to make such mistakes and all, and she happened to cry. At that point in time, that's when I went to her and I told her not to worry about it much, and I probably made her laugh by telling her a few instances where the other colleagues of mine I had observed, and they had made mistakes, and they too had got into issues as such. And then I made her cheer up that way, and also I told her that mistakes happen to all human beings, and they have to just correct it and make sure that it's not repeated on and off. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chetna, for sharing your views. Well, having the ability to make someone laugh in a stress situation is a very good ability. And if you're someone who had that ability, then kudos to you. You have amazing things. Can I request guest Asha to come forward and take up a topic?
Yeah, take B.
Sorry, which number do you like to choose?
3.
Sure, just a minute. So So your topic is one place which you wanted to visit at least once in your life.
Yeah. Okay. So about me, I'm not a that traveler. Not so passion for traveling, but sometimes I would like to visit a few places which are very interesting to me. This might sound really boring, but I really want to visit temples, knowing their histories and the culture and the background that they have in the past, especially in this south region. And at least one place, I would say, like no, I don't have at least one place. I have so many in mind if I get a chance to travel. Well, I'll not say one place, but I'll say it can be a place where I want to visit is like near to the ocean, that is like on the beaches. So I would like to, maybe I want to settle there for a time, not just like to go and make a holiday and come. So settling there, that will be a very awesome, because the view that you have there, the land, the ocean, the humid, and the mountains by side. So that will give you an awesome experience of to be very close to the nature. And yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, Asha, for sharing your views. Well, we are lucky to be in India where we get all the geography such as mountains, oceans, desert, everything. And whenever you are bored, please consider traveling. It will help you a lot. So I can see Toastmaster Tanmay switching on his camera. So can you please come and take a topic?
It would be my pleasure, Toastmaster Souvik.
So choose any number from 1 to 14.
13.
13. Just a minute.
I believe it is still available.
Yes, it is. Any kind of fear that you had in past, but over the time you have conquered it.
All right. Can someone please turn the lights off? Why you do it yourself now? I don't want to do it. The reason is, what if I get up to turn off the light, and by the time I get into my bed, someone would chase me? I hope most of you know what I'm talking about. The monster under the bed, the monster lurking in the dark, which was nothing but just a creation of our imagination. The best example of human minds put to overclocking utilizations. Looking at that object which is not even there, thinking that it is going to harm you, which is not even going to touch you, but it's just going to be there, because in the end, it's a mind game, it's a mindset. And one day, what I did was, I was like, okay, today I'm going to turn off the light myself. Let's see what can I do. And that day, I pulled my bed closer to the light bulb, the switch, so that I need not to run to the bed, and I can do it from the bed itself. I kept my blanket ready. All set. Sir, mission is ready. Ready to go. Yes, Commander. Guns loaded. Lights off. And just like that, I rushed back into my blanket, even though I was just on the bed, pulled it up, closed my entire body, put it from the both sides. But I did one mistake. I forgot to pull in the leg. One toe was still outside. And the monster, it was right there to pull me in. I sensed something's coming towards me. I pulled my leg inside, did a double action on that. And finally, I was closed in my bunker, the bunker of the blanket, a thin protective layer of the clothing, which is going to protect me from all the monsters outside. And that was when I was like, monster is nothing. I can just get that blanket and be ready to conquer the world. So my friend, make your confidence your blanket and conquer any fear that you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay, for sharing your opinion. Well, we all have fears, be it public speaking, darkness, heights, or any kind of fear. It's very important for all of us to overcome that fear instead of regretting it. I must assure you that the feeling that you get after you conquer the fear is a completely different feeling. Can I request Toastmaster Pasha to take up a topic?
Yes.
Okay, so choose a number. 1 to 14.
6, sir.
Okay, 6 is not occupied. I'll give you a top. Just a minute. The screen. So your topic is, what would you prefer and why? Like between two pictures, which one would you prefer and why?
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, sir. So I, I don't prefer any one of these, as I am a pure non-vegetarian. I always prefer non-veg over vegetarian because from childhood, this I have born and brought in Muslim family, so we always, so every time we would have 2 times in a day we used to have non-vegetarian. So the thing is, vegetarian. As I am a pure non-vegetarian, I believe in eating non-veg predominantly, because non-veg is full of what proteins. It is proteins, vitamins, and it is very energetic. Like see, as I am a very hard worker since childhood, I used to work very hard. So I used to burn a lot of calories. So that's why these my diet since childhood, my diet supported me on that regard. So over to you, sir. Preferably, I don't prefer any one of those of these. I would prefer non-veg.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pasha, for sharing your views. I completely agree with you that burning more calories requires having more, consuming more calories, but nowadays chicken are very costlier. Can I request the timer to come and take up a topic?
Hi, Savik. Thanks. I'll choose number 9.
Number 9. Just a minute. I'll share the screen. So your topic is, when was the last time you achieved something big?
Thank you, Sofik, for this topic. Last time would be, I'll just say this last day itself, because it was a month end, and since I was handling into a supporting role for 2 of the regional heads here, so they both have in their respective team, they were 4 in a relationship manager that has achieved their targets, and for that the whole entire team has got the credit. And yeah, that was something that we have as a team, we felt that we have achieved. And in the pan India, we have stood on the rank of 4th. So it was a sense of achievement for the entire team. And apart from that, personally, I would say achievement for me joining this Toastmaster platform itself, since I've always said that I am very, I keep postponing things. And since last session also I have missed out, and now since I'm attending this sessions on time. And so I think this is also kind of achievement for me. That's a personal achievement where I can learn, I can grow, and yeah, look forward to many more small achievement to make it a big. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhna, and well, congratulations for your achievement. And I wish that you come first instead of fourth next time. So can I request Toastmaster Firoz to come and take a topic?
Yeah, sure, Savik.
So choose any number between 8, 10, 11, 14, and 12.
12.
8, 10, 11, 14, and 12.
12.
Okay, so
Number 12, he's saying. Number
sorry?
12 number is saying.
Okay, 12. Oh my, I'm really sorry. I didn't hear that. Just a minute. So your topic is any memorable birthday experience from your childhood which you would like to share?
My I won't celebrate birthdays much. Any
But I'm sure when you were a child, you used to celebrate your birthday. Any experience, any birthday experience of yours?
Yeah, one experience is there. I got a big lesson from it, so I can share. So when I was 7 years old, I was celebrating my birthday with my family members. At the same date, one of my cousin birthday is also there. So we are having a party at the home. Almost 20 to 25 members has gathered, and my mom told me don't go anywhere. But as I'm child, I don't know anything. I am the two were celebrating that party in my grandma's home. That was an another place, and I was lost somewhere else. And my family has tried almost 7 to 8 hours to find me out. And one statue is there at my grandma's house. Because of that, almost whenever I was walking, almost 10 to 15 people are following me, and I came near the statue and shown, yeah, not able to speak well at that time. Also, I shown that statue and trying to say something. Later, they understood that when I came into that place, and my mom is waiting there, and we successfully they helped me to reach my home. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Firoz, for sharing your experience. Can I request Toastmaster Abhishek to come forward to switch on his camera and take a topic? Okay, choose a number between among 8, 10, 11, and 14.
8.
Just a minute. So your topic is, what is the secret to your happiness?
Thank you, Toastmaster Savik. So when I was a child, then my secret to happiness was watching movies, serial, eating chocolates, Maggie, playing with my friends. Gradually, when I went to college, then my happiness was with my friends, enjoying some part of technical or some logic building, that also enjoyed, and that also made me happy. Then partying with my friends and searching for happiness more and more. So happiness kept on like more I indulge into partying, more I became more like I had to party, I had to watch movies, everything. But gradually, after like I used to party every weekend with my friends when I was in college also, like in a week, 2 or 3 days also sometimes. But gradually what I found, like drinks, everything, whatever it was, that happiness, whatever you have, suppose a person has multiple 10 crores, 20 crores, 50 crores also, he has multiple relationships, multiple girlfriends, whatever you have, bungalows, everything. Then also, after some time, he will feel boring. Like after some time, he will gradually try to have more. So it's a never-ending process. So at one time, what I felt that yes, money is required. Certain part of money is required for happiness. But at the same time, if someone has practiced, so you can also get happiness in doing your duty perfectly as per prescribed in Karma Yoga. Like whatever duty you do, completely your focus. So as per philosophies of Vivekananda, that is one thing. And for that also you need to have something. If someone has worked on meditation, yoga, then you can find something on your inner peace. And that is the secret of everlasting happiness, which after going through different classes, online classes with I think Silva, like a lot of US classes also have been Jose Silva, then Joe Dispenza, India also, a lot of people, Vivekanand, Deepak Chopra, a lot of people I've seen. So whatever you have, if you have endless money also, endless thing also, you'll not be happy. You'll not be happy because a lot of people in US, they come to India. They go to Haridwar. Julia Roberts also, she came to India. She found, she introspected. And a lot of people, because they attained that, they went to extreme. After that, they found that there's nothing, there's no happiness is there. Happiness is within. So if you have to find happiness, you have to find in the work you do, and you can find happiness within yourself. Thank you, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. I completely agree with you. Like when we were small, we used to find happiness in smallest thing. But when we grow up, we have so many things. We have money, we have everything, but still we lack that happiness. It's very important to find that inner peace. And thank you for sharing your views. So can I request Toastmaster Venkatesh to take up a topic?
Yes,
so choose a number between 10, 14 and 11.
We will choose 14.
Okay, just a minute. So what do you think? Which is more important, teamwork or individual brilliance?
Am I audible, Savik?
Yes, you're audible.
I think teamwork is more important because individual winning only you will win. For everybody effort, champion will be created. I will give you some few examples. Last almost 4 years back, 4 years back, we have a FIFA World Cup. Almost everyone tried their best. But for winning a FIFA World Cup, it has to be not individual effort. If individual effort will be done by individual, if they are thinking that I will only score goal and I will not pass to other members of the team, so it will be very difficult for the team to achieve what their actual objective is, and for also to make their country proud. I have seen few matches in FIFA Football Cup. Last time, actually, my best football player is Lionel Messi. I have seen when he was in semi-final with France. I have seen him with more of teamwork. When he scored first goal, for second goal, he can score with his own abilities, but he passes to other teammates of member, and he has done a brilliant goal. But he has tried most, but he could not win that championship. So thank you. I think teamwork is more important than individual winning. Thank you, Savi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. I completely agree with your statement that teamwork wins you a championship, whereas individual brilliance which wins you a match. And I hope that Messi does win a World Cup this year. So can I request Toastmaster Lalita to come and take a topic? Okay, so we have last two topics. Choose any number between 10 and 11.
10.
So your topic is any memorable trip with your friend which you would like to share.
Okay. So last year, actually, we had planned to visit North India. Like we wanted to see the snow. That was our plan. So we went to Delhi also, and then we waited there for 2 to 3 days. And unfortunately, like it was not snowing in Himachal or no place over there in North India. So because of this, like we just changed our plan. So what we did is we went to Agra. And that was for the first time I saw Taj Mahal, like it is 7 wonders of the world. And I was like really mesmerized by its beauty. Like it was so beautiful. I mean, I've always seen in the movies or on the pictures. And when I saw it real, it was like, it was so beautiful. Like, it was like, it's white in color and it is so crowded. Even it's like 1 inch also, like you will not find a free space. Even we wanted to take some pictures. But the moment we start trying to take pictures, there is someone like standing besides us. So, but it is such a beautiful place. And I think everyone should visit this. And I was just thinking, we always see the beauty of Taj Mahal, but we never realize, the efforts that people have put in. So the efforts that they have put in, and they have taken, I think, almost 10 to 20 years to construct that. So really hats off, like we say now, the technology has improved and all that. But just imagine this has happened probably before 2-3 centuries. And at that age also, like, during that century, like, they have done that. I mean, it is so beautiful. Like any part of Taj Mahal you see, it is like beautifully structured, and I think they have used some special stones and all. So really hats off to them, like whoever has done that, and for the determination they add, and for the amount of money and the efforts they have put in. So thank you. With this, I'm ending. Over to you, Souvik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita, for sharing your experience. Well, it's a dream for everyone to plan trip with friends. I do this every time, and every time my friends say, okay, Souvik, I'm not free this time. And when they are free, I'm not free. So it goes on like that. Last topic is left. Can I request Toastmaster Anushka to come and take the topic? Toastmaster Anushka, if you're there.
Yeah, sorry, Toastmaster Souvik, I was on mute.
It's okay. Your topic is... wait, not this. 1 minute. Your topic is this: when was the last time you cried and why?
When was the last time? So I think it happened recently. So I visited Kerala on a trip actually to Wayanad, and we had planned to rent a bike so that we can easily travel across. And the rules there was that the DigiLocker, that is the digital documents for driving license, and it is supposed to be valid across India by the government, but that was for some reason the owner in that rental shop was saying that there need to be hard copy and the DigiLocker is not valid. So we actually, there was a there was a police station nearby, and somehow we got interacted with the police so to understand if actually the rule is that. And after that everyone agreed to give that, and we waited for like 2 hours because the opening time was from like 10. So we waited from 7 to 10 so that the like person will give us. And the person like made us sit and basically talked to us nicely. And at the last moment we had to call to the support for some issue. And so basically when support person asked if the owner is ready, so then that person actually talked really bad about us, that they are doing wrong thing. So that was very like not a good experience that they could have said upfront. But I think that was something that made us a bit sad. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka. Well, from every bad experience, you get to learn something.
Yeah. Then after that, we met a lot of wonderful people there also. So it was even.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your experience. With that, I come to the end of table topic session, and I give the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simi Agarwal. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Souvik, for the beautiful session and such lovely topics. Moving ahead and keeping the benefit of the time, we'll move to the next session, next part of today's session. Those are evaluations. So I'd like to call our first evaluator.
Simi, you will be calling me.
So I'll be giving my mic over to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Sankhya. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simi. And now we are coming up with our third segment of the meeting, which is the general evaluation. Now, for the evaluation, we will be segregating into few parts. The first one, we will be talking about the evaluation of the prepared speech. The second one, I will be inviting the tag team, and the third and the final one will be wherein I will be giving the evaluation for the entire meeting end to end. So to begin with the first part of this segment, I would be helped upon by the team of two evaluators. So for the first speaker, Toastmaster Anushka, may I request the first evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek, to please present your evaluation report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya. And to start with, Toastmaster Anushka, you completed your objective about presenting a well-written topic on any subject, and you explained about how earlier education, it was very tiresome, it was not interesting, and gradually over the time now I think we have this augmented reality, gamification, and virtual reality, and how virtual reality can help. So the content-wise, you covered three important things, how it can help. So that was fine, and that also helped me some of things to understand that we are trying to incorporate, and current education system also they are working on that. So these are some of the points which you presented well. However, some of things which you can improve next time and add some more details is on your something like you can present some voice modulation, you can add some more examples you can add, like if virtual reality is there, where exact, or augmented reality is there, where exactly it will help, or which particular, if you have anything, any particular college, school, someone they have implemented, how they have. So some more examples, some instance, something you can add. And you can also work some more on your delivery. So I mean to say that you can present in more some voice modulation, then something, some story, something more you can add, and interact with the audience also. So these are some things you can improve. And the content wise, I think if you can just explore more, because the education, it can make education interesting, and people, they will, and student or children, they will be attracted or fascinated by augmented virtual reality. But if you just explore more on internet outside India, UK, Europe, they are focusing more on mindfulness, and that is helping mindfulness across. So I think in India we have people, unless and until they get approval from outside US or Europe, they don't accept. So mindfulness also will help in the education. Then if you just explore more on the content part, NLP programming, that has helped. NLP has helped a lot of people to excel in the education. They got 95%, 98%. So neuro-linguistic programming. So these things in addition to gamification can help. So some more thing you can work on the content also. And overall, you presented the topic well. You explained all the details, everything, but some few things which you can improve, and that will make your speech better next time. So thank you, and over to your Toastmaster Center.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. I agree with the points with Toastmaster Abhishek, and to add on to the points to that, one is Toastmaster Anushka. So your voice clarity was good, your camera setting was good, and I found out that the journey which you took from you starting off with the education on which you faced, and you took us to a journey that, and how the current one is, what are the various progress that we are making in terms of the AR and the VR. And of course, you can also add on to some of the points which Toastmaster Abhishek has rightly pointed out. That will be on the content part. In terms of the body language, that seems to be a little bit hesitant when you were speaking because your hand was clasped. Okay, so when these are some of the signs of nervousness which happens and which comes out automatically. So just beware of that. Keep your hands free. The moment you keep your hands free and you move your hands accordingly, that will give overage. Another one, in terms of the body language, since you divided your speech into few topics, like you started off with your own journey, and then you come up with the various improvements which are coming up. So you could have used your virtual platform and you could have moved from one place to another, or you could have shown that, okay, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, like that. Or you may have used some props as well, which you could have highlighted. So content-wise, yeah, a little bit modification which Abhishek has said can be done. But in terms of delivery, you could have improved a lot on that one. So good luck and best wishes for your next speech. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Anushka and Toastmaster Abhishek as well. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to our second speech, Toastmaster Firoz. May I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Tanmay, to please present your evaluation report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Sankhya. Toastmaster Firoz, first of all, I would like to congratulate you on attempting this level 2 P1 speech, which you have done wonderfully. Understanding your leadership style and the topic, I am not one. I think that is enough to capture that. When you're talking about leadership and starting with I am not one, what does it mean? And that is a good start to the meeting. Your opening quote of the Toastmasters where leaders are made, they are not born. That justified not just the Toastmaster tagline, but also justifies that how leaders can be made not in a factory, not in a industry, but by putting the efforts, by attempting your own, by directing your efforts toward making yourself a good leader. Now, a couple of things that I really liked throughout your speech. First of all, you referred to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and you mentioned what are the different qualities of a leader. That a leader never fears a failure, and when there is a failure, he takes responsibility for a failure and gives due credit to its team. That helps build trust between the leader and the team. I think that is something that we all can take from that. Other than that, you also talked about different leadership styles, not just by talking about them like there's a leadership style, autocratic, democratic, innovative, altruistic. You also gave examples that in autocratic, when you are working as a team lead and you had new interns joining in, while autocratic, you designated their work because they were not aware of the new work as they are the new joinees in the team. But after a certain time, you moved to a democratic style, where you were also asking for their opinions in conducting your daily business. Reason being, now they have sufficient information to process and to take informed decisions. Now, these are things that I like. There are a couple of things that I would recommend you to work upon. First of all, while you're attempting any speech, please try to make sure that your camera is at your eye level, so that when you're looking directly at your screen, it would give an appearance that you're talking to the audience, which is difficult in a virtual setting. And yet it is very important because most of the meetings today have moved to a virtual platform. Second is the body language. I noticed that even while you are standing, which is a great thing, because while you are standing up and giving a meeting, giving a presentation or giving a speech, it gives you an authority over the audience. But what you could have done better is use more gestures. You make full use of your screen from here to here. Because now what you can do is you can create figures, you can create fictional characters, authoritative. Yes, we will do this. Democratic, mitron. Because that would give you an idea of not just using the stage, but you can also use your hands as props. What you can also do is you can create some props out of the paper, out of a hat or something. For example, if you're talking about authoritative, you could have taken a stick and be like your authority. Like be someone who history recognizes authority. And when you're democratic, you can maybe take a stick and just walk, because that also is a democratic style. If you implement these suggestions, I'm sure that this speech will definitely go on to the next level. And this, I think, is a job done really great. And I kudos, like huge applause for your spirit to stand up and to speak in front of all this audience. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. And Toastmaster Firoz, I've seen a huge improvement in terms of your communication from the time you joined the club and now. So kudos to that one. And I don't have any other point to add up what Toastmaster Tanmay has already added up. You started off with the, especially just wanted to quote one thing. When you started off with that line that where leaders are made and they are not born. So I was like, wow, this is something which we all know, but you use that line in a very appropriate way. So kudos to that, and please use the other suggestions which Toastmaster Tanmay has suggested. So I wish you all the best for your next speech. So big round of applause for Toastmaster Firoz and Toastmaster Tanmay. Great. Now we'll move on to my second part of the general evaluation. For that, I would be calling upon my Three Musketeers team. That's the tag team. So with that, let me call upon our timer of the day, Toastmaster Sadhana.
Hi, all. Sanket, just wanted to get one clarification. Shall I start, means give the timing for each of the Toastmasters?
Yes.
Okay. So starting with speaker number 1, Anushka Anand, you have taken 5 minutes and 30 seconds. You have actually completed your speech within the time limit. And then going forward to speaker number 2, which is Firoz, you have slightly short your time span. It is 6 minutes and 48 seconds. And now turning towards table topics, speaker number 1 was Damanu, if I'm taking your name correct. Duman, how do you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Duman.
it is. Yeah.
You have taken 1 minute and 35 seconds. And speaker number 2, Annie, you have taken 1 minute and 12 seconds. Speaker number 3, Tejas, you have taken 1 minute and 24 seconds to finish off your table topic speech. Speaker number 4, Chetna, you have taken 1 minute and 13 seconds. Speaker number 4, Asya, you have taken 1 minute and 30 seconds. Speaker number 6, Tanmay, you have taken 2 minutes and 7 seconds to finish off your speech. Speaker number 7, Dr. Pasha, you have taken 1 minute and 35 seconds. And speaker number 8, Firoz, you have taken 3 minutes to finish off your speech. Speaker number 9, Abhishek, you have taken 3 minutes and 15 seconds to finish off your speech. Speaker number 10, Venkatet Raman, 1 minute and 42 seconds. And speaker number 11, Lalita, you have taken 2 minutes to finish off your table topic speech. Speaker number 12, sorry, I got disconnected, so I couldn't note the timing. Yeah, so yeah, this is all from this meeting from timer's side. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sadhana.
Has somebody timed mine?
Yeah, I told you it's 1 minute 32 seconds. I have pinged you in the chat. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Now, moving on to our R counter report, may I request Toastmaster Venkatesh, please proceed with your report.
Sanko. Today, my account report are as follows. Starting from paired speeches, Toastmaster Anand. During her speech, she has used 2 times and 2 times so. And for second prepared speeches, Toastmaster Firoz. He has used 3 times 2 times I, and 2 times so. And for the 12 topics, Toastmaster Lalita, she has used 2 times so. I am audible.
Yes, you're audible, but your voice is sometimes actually breaking down. But yeah, please proceed, Venkatesh.
Going for topics,
I can't hear.
Yeah, Venkatesh, your voice is now completely broken down. So just try to fix it up. In the meanwhile, we'll move on to the grammarian report. So for that, may I request Toastmaster Lalita, please present your report.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Venkatesh will come back. We are just proceeding with the grammarian report. Yes, Lalita, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. So for the grammarian report, the word of the day predominantly was used by Toastmaster Anushka and Toastmaster Pasha. And I'll go through usage of some of the usage of the words and phrases. So the word nostalgic was used by Toastmaster Anushka, and the word indulge was used by Toastmaster Abhishek, and Toastmaster Firoz had used a good phrases. That is, he started with a phrase called as "leaders are not born." So that was a good phrase that he had used. So this is all. This is the end of the report. Over to you, Toastmaster Sankhya.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. A round of applause for Toastmaster Lalita. Toastmaster Venkatesh, can you just do an audio video check if it is fine?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now, sir?
Okay, yeah, now it's better. Please proceed with your counter report.
Yeah. Starting from table topics, Toastmaster Lalita, she has used 2 times so. Toastmaster Simi, she has used 2 times but, 2 times and presiding officer Toastmaster Sobik, he has used 2 times and during his speeches. Then Toastmaster Dumans, he has used 3 times and Toastmaster Tejas, he has also used 2 times so. I have missed some few Toastmaster because of some issues. Over to you, Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh. A round of applause for our awesome tag team. Okay, great. Now, moving on to the final report of today's meeting, how it went and what went well. So the meeting started around 11:04. We were 4 minutes delay from our usual timing, but it was fine because we are just waiting for all the members to catch up. The meeting was started by Toastmaster Lalita as the Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Lalita, you have pointed out all the points which is required as the Sergeant at Arms. Two things which you could have improved on. One is you could have spoken a little bit on today's theme as well. And secondly, your pace of speaking was very fast. So just try to tone it down because when you are speaking, people should understand that what are the rules and regulations we have. And also you should get attracted by the Sergeant at Arms, what they're speaking on, right? So that is the only thing. But apart from that, good job, Toastmaster Lalita. A big round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Great. Now the baton was passed on to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Shobhik. Toastmaster Shobhik, being the presiding officer for the day, he was all set up. Even before the meeting, he joined and he ensured that all the role takers are present in the meeting. When you were talking about the various, as a presiding officer on your roles, you covered all the points. You covered the history of the Toastmaster. You covered that what's the need for me if I am joining the Toastmaster. So you spoke about the various networking things which you can add on, apart from the public speaking and the leadership skills as well. You rightly took up the guest intro as well, which also it helps the guest to be at ease with the meeting, because this is the first or second time many of the guests are joining our speaker stand meeting. In terms of the improvement, your camera setting can be a bit proper, because we can, yes, this is actually better. Otherwise, only half of your, you can only see mostly your head, which is not a good position in terms of the camera setting. Yeah, that is better. And you could have also added a little bit flavor to the theme of the meeting. So that could have been a great thing. But apart from that, great job done, Toastmaster Shobhik. A big round of applause for our lovely presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Shobhik. And then the baton was again moved on to our lovely Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simi. Toastmaster Simi, kudos to you, because I know this is the first time, I guess, you have taken up the role as the Toastmaster of the day. Now, this Toastmaster of the day is a very, very crucial role. And you have, even, I know you are not well for the last couple of days, but still you insist that, yes, you should take up this role, and you came forward to that. Kudos for that. You created a beautiful theme, expectations. So what we were going to expect. So everybody was expecting that what we are going to expect out of it. A few things on which you could have improved on: the story of the expectations which you have created as a content. Somehow it's not very clear that what is it and how is that related with the expectations. You also broke up that story into a few parts against the segment. So how normally the theme should be: once you take up the role as a Toastmaster of the day, you start off with this theme. You start off with speaking on the theme, but instead you call me as a general evaluator, then I have to give, and then you started off with it. So that breaks the flow on that one, number one. Number two, in case you decided that, yes, you're going to break up your story, which is absolutely fine, because there's no hard and fixed rule, but then don't create a single story. Because what happens when you're creating a single story, after the prepared speech is completed, people already forgot that what you spoke on the last part. So when you were starting off with the same story, they may not be able to correlate with what happened to the earlier time, right? And third, when you are coming up with the theme, it's a story. So instead of just reading it out, which seems a little bit artificial, but just create it like a story. when you are including various themes or various characters, like when you are coming on the bus, and so include that as a story. Your voice modulation should be that way, and the way of interaction with the audience or engagement with the audience will be more like a story. Or should also show some excitement, some some kind of a little bit of smile, and somewhere if it's required, if the story demands that you should be shocked and surprised at certain point of time, show that as well, because these are the various flavors which we created when we are telling a story, and that's what hooks the audience attention. So use those things. In terms of the things which you really did well, was one was when the speaker was coming on dais, you rightly did an AV check, the audio video check, which was very much mandatory, because I've seen some of the Toastmaster of the day, they forgot to do that, and as a result we do not have a good speaking line. So kudos to that. And you also when you are introducing the speaker, there is a way of introduction, like the speaker name, title, speaker name. So you attempted to do that, but somewhere it got missed out on that way. Like it happened, title, speaker, then again the speaker name, it happened, and then you didn't mention the title. You can come up with that as well. But apart from that, it was a good setting. So just practice a lot in terms of what you're going to speak, because practice helps a lot. And people should feel that this is coming out impromptu, although it may not, because you would be spending a lot of time and effort behind it. But when you're presenting yourself in front of the audience, people should think that this is something which is already inborn from you. But kudos to that, and know this is the first time you have taken up as a TMOD, and it's really, really hard work, but kudos to that for taking up the journey. So let's give a round of applause for our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simi, and I wish to see you more often in this role as well. Kudos to that. Okay, great. Now, so after our Toastmaster of the day, then finally it was handed over to our Toastmaster of our table topic master. Again, back to Toastmaster Shobik. Toastmaster Shobik, what a wonderful, you are becoming pro, I can see, the day by day. From the time you joined in, and I have seen a huge improvement which is coming up. And that is the only reason, because I see that you are spending good amount of time in terms of practice and good amount of time in terms of thinking that what you have to speak on. The slides which you have created and the topics that you have created actually justify that thing. Because the more and more practice you feel, you have to just invest your time, and that's what I can see that you are doing actually. Because when you are coming into this meeting for 2 hours, that's the outcome which you are going to show us. That's the practice which you're going to show us. But behind this, we have to practice a lot, right? And I can see that you are making a lot of efforts, and I'm sure that in the next 3 months you are going to be a great speaker actually. So kudos to that. In terms of some of the improvement on which you could have done, one is when you were introducing as the table topic master, so you rightly pointed out that what are the rules. You said that it's 1 to 2 minutes, but it's not very clear that the speaker has to speak a minimum of 1 minute. So that was missing out. And that is one of the reasons I saw that many speakers were without coming to the green card, they were stopping their speeches. Right, so that needs to be more clarity. Although you told about the 2 minutes time, the maximum time which we will be covered on the day, that was done. And yeah, so that was the only thing. But apart from that, a great job done, as I told, and kudos, and we'd love to see you again in all the roles that you have taken. And a big round of applause for our Toastmaster, table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Shobik. So with that, I'm done with my general evaluation report. We would like to hand it back to our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Our presiding officer of the day is Toastmaster Shobik.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I will come in after that.
Yeah, right. So actually, Toastmaster Tanma is our president of the club of Speakers Den. For those who are new to our club, so normally the president of the club actually becomes the presiding officer. But we decide that yes, we should. Why not? The other members can also take it up. So today, our VP Education, which is Toastmaster Shobik, has decided to take up as a presiding officer, and that's what make the mismatch. So anyway, let me hand it over back to our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Shobik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shankhya, for giving such a detailed report of the meeting. I would like to congratulate all the speakers for completing their target speeches and thank all the role takers and the guests who have taken time to come and attend this meeting. So the most important part of any meeting is taking feedbacks. I request the guests to come forward and share their views, how the meeting was conducted and what are the feedbacks which they would like to give us so that we can improve our meeting. Can I request Annie to come forward and share her views?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Shavik. So it was a great experience to be a part of the meeting. I enjoyed thoroughly throughout the meeting, and I gained some beautiful insights during the meeting. I learned some certain key points by Lalita, grammarian Lalita, and something about the timing, and Shavik was genuinely very great. Regarding the feedbacks, I don't think I am currently in the position to give any feedback. So I don't have any feedback as such. It was just a great experience. I just want this process to, I just want another lecture as a guest to get to be accustomed with this process on a greater scale. Yes. So that is what I want.
Thank you, Annie, for sharing your views. We would love to see you in every meeting from now onwards. Thank you so much. Can I request guest Tejas to share his views? How did you like the meeting?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I really enjoy to join this meeting, and this is really helpful. And it's like each and everything someone is judging. There is four people are judging you. So it's very good thing that one certain person is judging on certain point. That I really like that thing, because judges are like very if you keep generic, so sometimes like it's very common feedback, but each person is judging for certain section. So I really like that point. And even like people like more detail, like in like grammar section, she mentioned few things. So I really like it is really helpful if she if you are if you are telling, like if you are talking about in detail about mistakes. So it is really it is really going to be helpful rather than short comments.
Thank you, Tejas, for sharing your views. Well, this is the best part of Toastmaster. We celebrate we also celebrate your victory, but also we celebrate your failures. We encourage you to fail so that you learn. And in a request, guest Aisha to come forward. If she, yeah.
So I see that this platform Toastmasters is a very helpful to improve our public speaking. So every time I see there is a new learning, like even we learn from others' mistakes. And the very best part is the evaluations. Each and every step, whoever the people are part of here are being evaluated. And the next best part is people are taking this feedback in a positive way, and coming up with improvements is a very good one. So this is like a self improvement, and this will increase our increase our confidence, and of course it will increase our leadership skills also. So this will be a very good platform for everyone, and to be a part of it is a really it will be a good journey for the one who wants to become a good speaker and improve their skills in it. And feedback, I don't see like any other feedback to give here. I see everything is going in a very good ways and in a nice way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. Well, we should always remember that Taj Mahal wasn't built in a day. So if you want to see the change, make sure that you show up every meeting, practice, and definitely you'll be seeing a change within 3 to 6 months. I can see the change in myself. Everybody can see it. So with that, I would like to close the 289th meeting.
Can we
voting link also?
And yes, I have posted the voting link in the message. Please go and cast your vote. And with that, we can stop the recording, and the floor is open for